Welcome to The Good Agent. I'm your host, Ed Troxel, and today we are covering the 5 ways that you can recession-proof your business here in 2023 and in the future. All right, number 1 is double down. Think about what are some things, activities that you can double down on starting today, starting this week. And think about, is it calls? Are there emails that you should be doubling down on? We'll get there, don't worry. Are there things that you should be doing that are more active on social media? Or maybe just being on social media in the first place. Can you start doubling down on videos? Yes, videos. That's what we want to double down on in 2023. What can you double down on? So ask yourself that. Take a few minutes during this episode, after this episode, and really start to go through this list. So the first one is double down on something that you can do in your business. Ideally, more calls, more videos, more emails, but we'll talk about what emails mean in just a second. Number 2, communicate. Yes, this is where those emails tie in. Communicate, over communicate, whatever you have to do, but double down on your communication because I promise you, you can double down on it. Trust me. So what can you do in terms of calls, texts, emails, Facebook messages, Instagram messages, whatever channel you prefer, but double down on your communication and over communicate. Because I will tell you right now, you're probably not communicating enough with your prospects, your clients, and your past clients. There's always room for opportunities there. So really double down and keep people updated. Even if you don't have an update and it's been a while since you talked to them, send them an update. Let them know, didn't forget about you. I don't have any news right now, but I promise I have you on my list and I'm going to reach out as soon as I have it. Like just doing that will surprise and delight your party, the other person on the other end, and they'll respect you more for it. So over communicate. If you have trouble with this, get a system in place. Use a project management system like ClickUp. If you need more details, let me know because I love ClickUp and I love them for all the things that they do. Now, this is not a sponsored ad for ClickUp, although I do have an affiliate link if you want to have it. But ClickUp is an amazing project management tool that can open so many doors for you and save your sanity and allow you to not have to remember every single thing all the time. You can send yourself notifications and then boom, you're done. So anyway, that was a little plug for ClickUp. You're welcome. So number 3, budget. Oh my gosh, how many of us can really use that right now, especially when maybe clients aren't coming in as much as they were. The times have changed a little bit. And so we're feeling a little squeeze, while some might be feeling not so much of a squeeze. So take a look at your budget. It's all about being aware. Look at your finances on a regular basis. In fact, I just had this conversation with one of my clients this past week where we were talking about having that awareness of your finances and not only working on having a budget and knowing what your expenses are, but seeing it every week. If you're not paying attention to it daily, have it every week, something that you do. So for example, on Fridays, I have a checklist. It's really actually a survey that I fill out for myself every Friday. Yes, it's in my ClickUp. Yes, it's an item that I have to check off the list once I've completed it, but it's a checklist for me, a survey, I should say, the form that I'm filling out every Friday to see how my week went. It's a little check-in with myself. You know, if you've worked a 9 to 5 before, you know that you'll have, those meetings with your bosses and they're the ones conducting the meeting, right? And seeing how your performance is and all of that. Well, this is the same thing, but it's for us solo entrepreneurs, agents, where we can check in with ourselves and really reflect on the week and make time for it. So it's not only in my ClickUp with a reminder and a checklist for me every Friday, but it's also on my calendar so that every Friday I know before I close the computer down for the weekend that I need to get that checked off my list. And I can tell you that I've probably only had it twice fall on a Saturday. So budget is a big one. Review your expenses and know that in any tight situation, you can always cut expenses. It's hard to sometimes get those clients to come in when you need them. So what can you do? What can you control? It's what are you already spending money on and how can you cut that? Maybe it's temporary, maybe it's for the long haul, who knows? But pay attention to your finances. Number 4, personal development and implementation. Yes, learning is easy. You're constantly learning. You're paying attention to this podcast, which I appreciate so much and I'm so grateful for. And thank you for sharing this out as well. But implement. So don't just learn the material, implement. This is something that I preach all the time, but I also work on with my clients inside my program, the Video Advantage. So that's a 30-day video coaching program for agents. Reach out if you have any questions around it. But inside of that program, we really, really implement from what we learn. So I'm not only teaching both through a coaching call or through a video inside the online course, but I'm also counting for the time it takes you to implement. That way there's no fluff. I want you to learn and implement because that's how we keep moving forward. That's how we see those wins and that's how we make progress. So whatever you're learning right now, make sure you're not only having the time to learn it, but you're also making time to implement it right away and keep moving forward with that. The 5th and final one, but there's a bonus. Yeah, I should have told you that at the beginning to stick around. If you made it this far, though, hey, you're welcome, and you'll have the bonus. Number 5, re-examine customer needs. What do they want and need from you right now? And if you don't know, ask them. Check in with your past clients. Ask them. It's a great opportunity for you. How can you make their life less stressful? And how can you surprise and delight them? So take a moment to think about that. So before we get to the bonus, let's just recap your 5 ways to recession-proof your business. The first one is double down on some activities like calling, texting, email, social media posts, video. Yes, video. Communicate, over-communicate, reach out, follow up, reach out. Just keep that on repeat. I'm even learning that myself to get better at that. We all have opportunities for it. 3, budget. Look at your finances. What are you spending money on? What money's coming in? How can you make adjustments? How can you keep that on your mind on a regular basis? Hopefully a weekly reminder to check your finances. Number 4, personal development and implementation. Learn it, apply it. Simple. Number 5, re-examine your customer needs. What do they need and want from you right now? How can you make their life easier? And for that bonus, do more with less. Again, what can you cut out? What can you trim down right now and still be able to function? That's a big one. It's easy to get caught up in the shiny object syndrome and thinking, I need this tool, I need that tool, I need to have the perfect lights, the perfect camera, all these things. Listen, do more with less. And I promise you, it will make your life so much easier. All right, so those were your 5 ways plus a bonus for recession-proofing your business. This has been an episode of the Good Agent Podcast. If you need anything from me, feel free to reach out anytime on any social platform, send me a message, or head over to edtroxel.com/explore. The link should be down in the description, and you'll be able to find a link to free guides on video coaching. You'll be able to find services such as the Video Advantage, video coaching program, and more. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.